Fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. The theme for tonight is landmarks. And you want to know something? The whole week I thought it was milestones. So I'm thinking all week long, milestones. What kind of milestones? The only landmarks I got in my mind are take the dog out in the morning. There was a landmine there, or landmark. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. But one of the most fascinating landmarks that I've ever been able to experience, and experienced it for a few years, is the Kennedy Space Center and Cape Canaveral Air Station. It's unbelievable. If you've never been there and you have an opportunity to not only go into the Kennedy Space Center side, but the Air Force side, it's so nostalgic. You can almost feel yourself back in the 60s with Dr. Werner Harner kicking the rockets. The German scientists would literally run out there and kick rockets that wouldn't start. Okay? So you can feel this nostalgia. It's extremely fascinating. And the way to do it is meet somebody who's connected in the Air Force and have them escort you out there. That's how you do it. I had an opportunity to take some of my friends out there. Of course, you go through a process, but that's how we do it. Now, let's get back to milestones, because landmarks are cool, but milestones are great for Twaite. My most important milestone this year, 2011, is coming up, and it's a 5-year milestone. I got married November 26, 2006, 5 years this November.
All right.
That is my most important milestone for the year. Thank you very much. Now, that's a relationship one. But what about work? You know, every year at work, what do we get? We get a little milestone. It's called a performance review. Every year. Well, I'm coming up on 5-year performance review. December 15th, I'll be with the health department here in Hillsborough County for 5 years. Another important milestone for my life. This year, as a matter of fact, maybe even this week, I don't know, depending on how fast they process my membership fee, Tampa Toastmasters 1810 2-year milestone.
All right.
I'm excited about it. It took 2 years to get through the Competent Communicator series, but listen, this is a lot of work. And when you're busy, it takes time. All of you, and those of you that are not members, I encourage you to join up and work your way through it. Maybe a little faster. And another milestone is a 20-year one for me. You'll never guess it. But I've been out of school 20 years now. I graduated in June of 1991, which puts me at 20 years out of school. And bringing that full circle, we all know what lawyers and doctors do when they finish school. They pass what's called the bar, or the boards. I'm an engineer. What do engineers do? Engineers pass what's called a Fundamental in Engineering Training, or EIT. Some of us try and pass that exam, and some of us don't make it our first time and second time. I'm guilty. I've been out of school 20 years now, and I still haven't passed that fundamental exam. Now, I want you all to close your eyes and remember what it was like when you were in high school sitting down to take the SAT or the ACTs. You had to remember everything that you learned since you were this big and put it and regurgitate it. Well, that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to do that in about 6 to 9 months. It ain't going to be fun. So anyway, I am going to be participating in some college classes here. I am going to try and create a milestone for myself and pass what's called the EIT. And as engineers, once we pass our EIT, we pass what's called a professional engineering license exam. Fortunately, I've been working as an engineer for 4 years, and I have the experience. I just can't seem to take the test. So, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests, I am setting myself up for success. I unfortunately won't be able to participate in all of our meetings, but I'm going to remain a member. And I am going to pass that engineering intern exam next spring, and I'm going to pass my professional engineering license exam next year. And I'll be back in full stride after I pull that off. Madam Toastmaster.
All right.